Community has very simple beginning. This simple community is succeeded by more complex community till a highly complex stable community is formed. This process of succession of complex type till the development of stable community is known as ecological succession. The whole series of communities which develops in given area is called seed. The first community is called as pioneer community. The transitory community are called serial stage or pioneer stage, and the final community is the stable or climax community. The process of ecological succession can be represented hypothetically as thus. An ecological succession includes a series of orderly, progressive and predictable change that a biotic community undergoes during its development towards a stable or climax condition. According to Clement, 1916, the natural process by which the same locality becomes successive colonized by different group or communities of plant. Causes of ecological succession. Since succession involves a series of complex processes, so there exist many causes of its occurrence. Ecologists have recognized the following three primary causes of succession. Initial or initiating causes. These are climatic as well as biotic in nature. The former includes factors such as erosion and deposits, winds, fire, etc. caused by lightning or volcanic activity. The biotic causes includes various activities of organism. All these causes produce the bare areas or destroy the existing population in an area. Excesses or continuing causes. These are processes as migration, aggregation, competition, reaction, etc., which cause successive waves of populations as a result of changes chiefly in the edaphic or soil feature of the area. Stabilizing causes. These includes factors such as climate of the area which result in the stabilization of the community. Types of succession. Based on different criteria, there are following kinds of succession are: primary succession. If an area in any of the basic environment such as terrestrial, freshwater or marine is colonized by organism or first time, the succession is called primary succession. Thus, primary succession begins on a sterile area such as newly exposed rock or sand dunes where the conditions of existence may not be favorable initially. Secondary succession. If the area under colonization has been cleared by the whatsoever agency such as burning, grazing, clearing, felling of trees, sudden changes in the climatic factor, etc., it is called secondary succession. Usually, the rate of secondary succession is faster than primary succession because of better nutrients and other conditions in area previously under plant cover. Autogenic succession. After the succession has begun, in most of the cases, it is the community itself which, as a result of its reaction with the environment, modifies its own environment and thus causing its own replacement by new communities. This course of succession is known as autogenic succession. Allogenic succession. In some cases, replacement of one community by another is largely due to the forces other than the effects of communities on environment. This is called allogenic succession, and it may occur in highly disturbed or eroded area or in ponds where nutrients and pollutants enter from outside and modify the environment and in turn the communities. Autotrophic succession. It is characterized by early and continued dominance of autotrophic organisms such as green plants. It begins in a predominantly inorganic environment and the energy flows is maintained indefinitely. There is gradual increase in the organic matter content supported by energy flow. Heterotrophic succession. It is characterized by early dominance of heterotrophic organisms such as bacteria, actinomycetes, fungi, and animals. It begins in a medium which is rich in organic matter. Organisms which are the first to colonize and aggregate are called pioneers. The pioneer communities are likely to be more dynamic and have low nutrient requirements and to take mineral in comparatively more complex forms. They are small sized and make less demand from environment. Process of succession. Since succession is a process, more properly a series of complex phenomena, it is naturally that there may not be a single cause for this. Generally, there are following steps. Nidation. This is the development of bare area without any form of life. The area may develop due to the several causes such as landslide, erosion, deposition, and other catastrophic agencies. The causes of nidation may be topographic due to soil erosion by gravity, water or wind. The existing community may disappear. Other causes may be deposition of sand, etc., landslide, volcanic activity, and other factors. Climate. Glacier, dry periods, hails, storms, frost, fire, etc. may also destroy the community. Biotic. Man is one of the most important biotic factor responsible for the destruction of forest and grassland for industries, agriculture, housing, etc. Other factors are disease, epidemics due to fungi, bacteria, viruses, which destroy the whole population. Invasion. The bare area formed is invaded by different species which establish with the existing climatic environmental conditions. The step includes migration or dispersal. It includes dispersal of seeds, spores, etc. of the species reach the bare area. This process is known as migration. It is generally brought by air, water, etc. Accesses or establishment. After reaching to new area, the process of successful establishment of the species as a result of adjustment with the condition prevailing there is known as accesses. In plants, after dispersal, seed or propagules germinate, seedling grows and start to reproduce. Only a few of them disappear. Thus, as a result of accesses, the individual of species become establishment in the area. Aggregation. After accesses, as a result of reproduction, the individuals of the species increase in the number and they come close to each other. This process is known as aggregation. Competition and coaction. The individual of population face competition from each other, intraspecific or interspecific, as well as from other species for food, water, etc. They influence each other in many ways, which is known as coaction. Reaction. This is most important stages in succession. The mechanism of the modification of the environment through the influence of living organism on it is known as reaction. As a result of reaction, changes takes place in soil, water, light conditions, stabilization or climax. After several serial stages, ultimately a community gets stabilized for longer time due to much favorable environmental conditions. This climax community maintain equilibrium with the existing environmental conditions. Succession initiating in ponds, pool, lakes or elsewhere in water is called as hydroseed. On the other hand, succession begins on the bare rock or other places where there is an extreme deficiency of water is called as xeroseed.